This is a head cannon circus production.
Play the clock. Oh, you already know what it is, man. Ooh and Jay, they coming through. Straight no chaser. Straight from the hip.
Straight from the hip, don't need no script, just need a microphone. My man Coach Boo gon' take you to the entertainment zone. They got the stats, the this and that to keep this show on point. And when we done, we have some fun and rock this funky joint. So if you will, sit back and chill, give us a chance to show ya. If one of y'all would like to call, we'll talk just like we know ya. We take control, then start the roll, and then there ain't no stopping. It's time to dip straight from the hip. Hey, y'all, let's get it poppin'.
Oh my God, there you go. I'm glad you're on here, Joe. I'm finna eat you alive. Talking about some Go Buckeyes. Hey, ho, hey, Soto, what's up? What's up, Soto? Hey, got a little Mary going on here.
Joe, you
We're celebrating the Alabama win up here in Black Mania.
Joe, you want us to just skip college and just go straight to the Browns?
Got a big street party going on up here in Black Mania, y'all. Hey, welcome to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell. Coming to you live from the beautiful Palace Room up here in Black Mania. Here with my co-host, Mr. Jason Allen. He's the big man up top, the boss. And then we got Travis over there. I don't know what Travis. What are you, Travis?
Hello. I'm Stat
Oh my
Guy.
God. I said, what are you, Travis? I said, Jason, the boss. So what does that make you?
I'm Stat Guy.
Oh, you the tech guy?
And beard.
Travis, the tech guy.
Stat.
The bearded one.
Yeah.
Travis, that's getting out of hand now. We got to do something about that. We have to give you a shake.
He said,
whatever. Yeah, you got that right. They did beat you down, Joe Fleischer. Ain't no doubt about that. I'm glad you at least will admit that.
Don't be hating on
folks. Let's go ahead and get things started. Travis, Jay, what we got today? Let's talk about it.
Well, let's start with the beatdown, man. Let's get the monkey stomping out the way.
Yeah, really.
Come on, Travis.
Yeah, so
that's your great state that you always defend.
Whoa. I was on here a week ago and never said anything about Ohio State winning. I predicted Alabama to win. I just said Ohio State should have been in the game, which I might have been slightly wrong on that, but at least they were more competitive than any other team. But Alabama put a beat down on Ohio
that's a lie. I disagree with that. No, I'm not saying Clemson, but like I've been saying all along, I feel like there should have been another SEC team in there. I think there's a big argument now that you can make for Texas A&M or some of these other cats, even Florida. Hell, Florida played them a whole lot better than that. I mean, Florida didn't lose by damn 4 touchdowns. I mean, you lost by 4 touchdowns. It was damn 52-24.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you on that one.
I mean, like I said, that was a straight up mollywhopping. And they talking about they were a team of destiny. Let me tell you, when somebody uses a term like team of destiny, that means we ain't supposed to win. We ain't really good enough to win. But we just hoping that the cards are going to all line up and the universe is going to be spun in the right direction where we're going to be able to win this thing because we ain't got no business being in this thing. That's what when you hear that term, team of destiny.
Anyone that knows me knows I did not pick Ohio State to win the game, right? I've never picked Ohio State in my life, if I can help it. Just like what Dad says. I was born and raised in Ohio, but I hate Ohio State to my core. But I thought.
Well, I'm gonna push back. I know because I know y'all love revisionist history on this, but you took Ohio State 2 weeks ago against Clemson, so don't say ever, Mr. Butler. He rooted for Ohio State at least 2 weeks ago to beat Clemson. So,
yeah, he did. He sure did.
Does not act like does not act like he's changing course now.
Yeah, Travis is a homer. I mean, at the end of the day, Travis is a homer. Anything out of damn Ohio, his ass going with 9 times out of 10.
Not true.
I give it to you on paper. You officially took Alabama. We heard that. but I know good and damn well you in there rooting for Ohio State.
Not
Ain't no doubt in my damn
not
mind.
a chance.
You in there rooting. Yes, you were.
No way.
You were too.
No.
And when it was 14-14, you were like, honey, we got a chance. I already know. I have no doubt in my mind you were.
You
all in there.
Lying.
Oh, baby. Oh, my God. They fumbled. They fumbled. I know you were. Ain't no doubt in my mind you were.
Nope. No way. No, right.
I'm going to tell you the point for me is when Ohio State scored before half, that's when I was like, okay, this is over. I feel like at that point, you can't go in a half the way Ohio State was playing and give up that touchdown. So I think that was over for it. I mean, it is what it is. All year we knew Alabama was the best team in the nation. They just did what the best team in the nation is supposed to do when they're, leagues above everybody else. So I think the better question going into from that game where I wanted to note, better pro prospect, Alabama's quarterback or Ohio State's quarterback was what I was interested in thinking about or talking about. What do you think, Coach?
I think it's got to be Justin Fields. I know a lot of people like what Mac Jones. What's the name of that name?
Mac Jones. Yep.
Mac Jones. What he did does not. I think that it's impressive just because. I mean, hell, he's got a team. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think that anybody who is not a mobile quarterback these days is going to be better than somebody else who is. And I think Justin Fields went healthy, and I don't think he was healthy last night to his credit, discredit, whatever you want to say. I think he was hurt. And then I think when he got that sack in the first quarter, I think it was, he was hurt again. He was very slow to get up. And I think it aggravated whatever, kind of bandage they had put on whatever wound he had previously. And he was done. And I think at that point you start thinking, all right, I'm not trying to, be a martyr here for this game and ruin my chances of being a damn first round pick. I mean, at some point, you got to start thinking about that kind of stuff. And yeah, Joe, it would have been worse, and it could have been worse, and it probably should have been worse. Miss Peavy, I don't know if he's really that good or not. She's asking, is Mac Jones really that good, or is it because of his supporting cast? And that's my point exactly. Put Mac Jones, down there with Tua in Miami, with that cast they got down there, he'll get killed. Put him on any team that doesn't have put him over there with where Cam Newton is now. Let Belichick draft him and watch him not even make it through one season, because you can't have that. So like I said, I think that Justin Fields is clearly the better pro prospect.
Well, let's go with that. Let me redirect that question to Travis, though. Do you think that Mac Jones is any good? Let's start there, because coaches make it seem like he may be an average quarterback, and do you think he's any good?
No, I think he's good. I think the players and the team makes him better than what he looks like just playing for Alabama, and the fact that Alabama it has more talent. He's got more talent around him with Alabama than what Ohio State's defense has. They had the best player in the league in the NCAA and Devontae Smith. All he's got to do is you get the ball to him, and any yards that Devontae Smith gets, goes on Mac Jones. It's not that Mac Jones isn't good. He's got talent. He's a quality player. He'll get drafted in the NFL draft and be on a team for multiple years. I don't think he'll be a starter, but I think he could be a perennial backup that maybe gets a start or two. But I think Fields is better.
Wow. Maybe I watched a different game than you all, or maybe I'm just prisoner of the moment. Okay, y'all acting like Justin Fields is playing with like me and Travis at receiver. Y'all acting like Tua didn't have some of the best talent. You acting like Burrow didn't have the best talent. Like all these guys that are playing well in the league, outside of maybe Herbert, all of them played with typically the best talent in the country when they were at their respective schools. I mean, Justin Jefferson was going to be rookie of the year, setting all-time records for rookie receiver. Like,
right.
Burrow didn't play with a bunch of scrubs, and he went out there and balled. Tua didn't play with a bunch of scrubs either, and he balled. So, I mean, Ruggs out here. I mean, maybe I saw something different, but, I mean, I just saw a guy that could throw the ball with touch, with accuracy. Now, don't get me wrong, Ohio State players were like 5 yards behind every receiver, so I'm not going to make it seem like he was doing something special. but the ball was where it needed to be for where he was doing it. So I mean, I don't think he's better than Fields. I'm not saying that at all. But I mean, do I think he was the guy from BYU? I feel like he's right in that range with that dude. Like, I mean, I didn't see much. I mean, if you want to give that BYU, I mean, I know Coach doesn't, but I know Travis, if you want to give the BYU dude some praise, who the hell is he playing against? He ain't playing against nobody. So, I mean, I don't know. I can see Jones going in the first round if for a quarterback-hungry team. Also, Coach.
Tyler Phelps says that Mac Jones never has to make comebacks and he never gets hit, and I agree with that. But
Alabama
he will probably be
sloppy-ass Tua because he tried to run and got hit.
He'll probably be a first-round pick. I think that because, guys, at the end of the day, I mean, you know, and I talk about this all the time. I mean, you got 32 teams in the NFL. You got like 8 quarterbacks worth of them. And, I mean, that's being nice, saying you got 8. I mean, it's really more like 5 or 6. I mean, I heard Max Kellerman say the other day on TV that he thinks Mahomes is number 1, and he thinks that Deshaun Watson is number 2 overall. I mean that's dude. I mean what is that? I mean, if that's the case, I mean we're really hurting for quarterbacks. And I mean you got Lamar Jackson that's probably going to be in the top 5, and I mean he can't throw football. I mean you can't stop him running, but I mean he really is not even a passing quarterback. And I'm just trying to keep it real. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real. So I mean at the end of the day, like I said, will Mac Jones, could he be a first-round pick? Yeah, he could, because also you got Phillip Rivers already crying, talking about he probably done and this, that, and the other, even though his head coach said he'll take him back in a heartbeat. You got Ben Roethlisberger. I called Jason the other night while Ben Roethlisberger was waddling his fat ass out there on the field. And I told Jason, I said, I don't think Roethlisberger gonna make it to the damn huddle. I mean, it was just sad. He looked like he was like a damn just got off work being Santa Claus at the mall. I mean, he is so fat and out of shape, it ain't even funny. I mean, it's just bad.
Joe, we're going to answer your question, but I want to say Tyler Phillips did bring up a good answer. Which Alabama QB has been good in the NFL? He's absolutely correct. Alabama does have a history of having bad QBs.
Joe Namath.
Yeah, there you go. shout out to Broadway Joe. Now, Joe had a good question because y'all saw Joe put this on Facebook too. He goes, Coach, why did OSU have a middle linebacker covering Smith? Was it a scheme or just a messed up defensive call?
Well, it was a brilliant offensive call, and I want everybody to understand that was not supposed to happen. I mean, at the end of the day, that was a good call by Sarkisian, and it wasn't man-to-man. Everybody acts like that was supposed to be man-to-man. They were in a zone coverage. Mac Jones did do a good job of looking off the safety, because the safety really should have been the guy to make that play, because that's who he would have been running right into. But because Mac Jones turned his head and looked that way, the safety went over that way. So now there's nobody left to run with that guy but the linebacker. That wasn't the linebacker's fault. And the linebacker did a damn good job for a linebacker trying to run with the damn Heisman Trophy winning wide receiver. I mean, he's not going to do much better than that guy. He's not going to find anybody who's going to do much better than that, but that was the personnel that they had in the game. And the thing about it is when you're playing against Alabama, you can't afford not to have linebackers in the game because you got Najee Harris running that thing downhill. And so you can't afford to have, be out there in dime or nickel coverage or whatever and have another DB in the game. So it was a great – and I'm going to say that because, guys, the person who's not getting the credit he should be getting, in my opinion, is Sarkisian. And I'm not a Sarkisian fan, but I think that he absolutely destroyed them. And I mean, I don't hear a lot of people. I hear people talking about, Najee Harris did this, and Devontae Smith did that, Mac Jones did this. And I don't hear a bunch of people saying that Steve Sarkisian called the perfect game. I mean, I didn't see one bad call that he made the other night. I thought it was just brilliant.
I agree. Just real quick, just so it does get mentioned, not to say that this was going to have any major bearing on the game, but I just wanted to throw it out for anyone that didn't realize. You talk about some of the matchups, and Alabama did do a fantastic job of getting their guys matched up correctly with the players that they wanted. I know Ohio State was missing like 3 defensive linemen due to COVID. Again, I'm not saying it would have made a huge difference, but you don't know, like, if maybe one of those guys was supposed to be the matchup guy. I'm not saying it would have made a difference in terms of who would have won, right? Alabama was still going to win, but Ohio State on defense was slightly undermanned. So that definitely.
Man, I don't know about care. So, man, Ohio State been getting all kind of breaks all year long. That's when he's supposed to be in the damn championship game, and the damn Big Ten changed the damn rules so they could even be in that. I ain't trying to hear that, Travis. Well, they need to get a damn new team doctor. Everybody else seems to be able to deal with COVID a whole lot damn better than they did. Get a damn team doctor that ain't Dr. Fauci or whoever, and can damn get them to damn do the damn protocols like they're supposed to, so that people don't get sick.
All right, man, let's go on in. Let's see what I got left on college. We can jump on to the pros. I mean, Travis, you got anything you got to get out? Any fun stats?
Nope, I got nothing left on college.
Didn't homeboy set the record?
I know you got some of them nonsensical stats. Go ahead and put them out there.
Didn't homeboy set the record for most passing yards in the championship? See, he didn't want to talk about that stat because it was beating his guy. That's why. Didn't Jones set a record?
Yeah, Devontae Smith set every record that there is to set in damn one half of football. I mean, it's damn ridiculous what he did to the record book. But I'm gonna tell you this. I heard somebody say this. Somebody tweeted out, one dumbass NFL wide receiver tweeted out that Devontae Smith is the best college receiver ever. How dumb is that? I mean, dude, you got that Randy Moss. Randy Moss, when he was at Marshall, was an absolute monster. I mean, number one, his ass should have been playing at no Marshall anyway. But Randy Moss in that league was an absolute destroyer. Chris Carter, when he was at Ohio State, was an absolute beast. I mean, I could go on, and Michael Irvin at Miami. Oh my God. I mean, dude, I could go on and on and on about some of these guys, and for them to say that he's the best ever, I mean, come on now. I mean, the dude is good, don't get me wrong, but he ain't no best ever, I can tell you that.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump to NFL. Guys, always, please remember to share, follow. As Straight from the Hip, we're here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram at SFTH20. An edited broadcast of this show will be put up on Facebook and YouTube tomorrow about noon. So if you missed the show any Tuesday, you can catch a recap on Facebook or on YouTube. A little more compacted show. All right, let's jump to the NFL. We're going to do our famous one sentence about the game, guys. About the game, because we're going to talk about next week in the next segment. So your one sentence should not be about next week. Put it about the game. All right, especially for Travis, because Travis ought to be like, that dude sucks and needs to retire tomorrow, and he stinks. So let's go ahead with Bills 27, Colts 24. My one word is Phillip Rivers lost this game. I mean, my one sentence, excuse me.
Go ahead, Travis.
Bills continue to move on and look good.
I'll say Bills are for real. Bills are for real.
Now, think about that game as we watched it. And maybe I say, if I said Phillip Rivers lost his game, I feel like the Bills didn't do nothing impressive. I feel like the Colts was inept. The Colts got to the red zone like almost every other drive and couldn't do nothing with it. For Josh Allen, twice almost threw away the game. One at the end of the half and one at the end of the game. Like, I wasn't impressed by the Bills, but I thought they were going to come out and stomp the Colts. I mean, are you guys thinking that it was just a jitters or?
That's what I thought it was.
For the record, I have not been a believer in the Colts all year long. And I told you that. And one of the main reasons because of Phillip Rivers. And I felt like if it came down to it and he had to make that throw, I wasn't convinced he could make that throw if it came down to it. And I feel like when you get to this point in the playoffs, just like, this next week with Lamar Jackson, I know we're going to talk about that. You got to have a team that can do both. You got to have a team that can run the ball and throw the ball so that the other team has to kind of guess a little bit. And when you get down the way you got to do one or the other, I ain't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it with Indianapolis. So I didn't feel like they could do it.
Well, what's your thoughts, Travis?
I just thought I always felt confident that the Bills were going to win. I did think they were going to win by a little bit more than 3 points. I thought it was going to be, like a 10-point game, something like that. I think it was just a matter of nerves and jitters from Josh Allen that they were supposed to win this game. They've probably never been in this position where in the playoffs, and they're supposed to beat a team that obviously, most people don't think are as good. But at the end of the day, they won, right? And in the playoffs, that's the only thing that should matter. Was it as good as what we all thought it was going to be? No, but they won the game. They move on, and hopefully for Josh Allen and the Bills, all of their woes that they might have had, they got it out of the way to.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute, Travis. I want to make sure I heard you right. You said Josh Allen had a case of nerves the other day?
Yeah.
Okay, so what the hell is he gonna do if they make it to the Super Bowl? I mean, is he just gonna go out there and shit on himself?
I don't know. I don't know. But
you got to be kidding me. He had a case of nerves in a damn first round playoff game?
Yeah.
I mean, dude. He better grow his ass up and get ready to do something. I mean, how can you even think about them going to the damn Super Bowl or think about them beating the Kansas City Chiefs if he had a case of nerves against the Indianapolis Colts?
Hey, sometimes all you got to do is you just got to move past that first one, and then everything starts clicking.
All right. Let's go on to the next one. Rams 30, Seahawks 20. The Seahawks knocked out the wrong quarterback. Travis.
Go ahead, Travis.
Rams just kept giving the ball to Cam Akers.
Russell cooked up a pot of boo-boo. I told you it was coming. Told you it was coming. Let Russell cook. I keep trying to tell y'all, run the damn football. Give the ball to Chris Carson more often and let him do. Chris Carson is an absolute beast. And they're so busy trying to get the damn ball to DK Metcalf. And, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, just give the ball, run the ball more. Let Russell have some more of those design runs more. They are just breaking their back. And D. Metcalf has done turned into one of these monsters now, where he on the sideline over there having a damn fit and cussing everybody out because he not getting the ball enough. Dude, it's ridiculous. I mean, run the football just like you were doing when you were successful most of the year. Chris Carson getting 4, 5, 6 yards a carry. Russell Wilson keeping you off balance by doing the rollouts and running the ball, picking up 5 or 6 yards, sliding, all that. Where was that game? Well, every time I look around, he's trying to get the ball to DK Metcalf.
I think that's the issue, Coach. I think the reason why I've always bigged up Russell Wilson is, let's be completely honest. Anybody that's familiar with Brian Schottenheimer, I think Georgia fans should be. And I think Jets fans should be. What's up?
He got fired today, by the way.
Yes. He's a terrible offensive coordinator. He is god-awful. And what you said, Coach, is simple logic. Everybody be like, yeah, that makes sense. Your stud running back, get him the rock, make Russell Wilson's third downs easy because he's the ability to get it with his legs or his arm and move the ball. But instead, he was like, oh, yeah, 1st and 10, let's go deep out with DK Metcalf, which they ain't even that type of receiver. Nope. So, like I said, I think that's the whole crux of this whole year is that as the defense finally got better, offensive coordinator did what offensive coordinator did. He got worse because Brian Schottenheimer is trash. He only gets a job because his last name is Schottenheimer, man. Because everywhere he's go, his offenses have been terrible. So, but yeah, let's go on to the next one.
Real quick.
Okay.
And I brought mine up with Cam Akers because I loved what the Rams did offensively. We just crapped on what Seattle did, but what the Rams did, I thought was a really good game plan. They ran the ball. They held the ball. They kept Russell on the sidelines, didn't give him the opportunity to cook and get in a rhythm with his offense by running with Cam Akers and that, with that offensive line. Cam Akers had 131 yards rushing off of 28 carries. That keeps Seattle's defense tired. It keeps them on the field and keeps the offense off the field where Russell Wilson can't hurt you. And they have to start.
Well, Travis, I feel like we're not mentioning that because that's like simple X and O's. Coach said for 3-4 weeks now, Seattle need to fix the linebacker core because they can't stop the run. Like, I don't think we're reinventing the wheel that Seattle can't stop the run. Like,
but my point is that I just want to mention that I liked what the Rams game plan was, and it obviously worked.
Well, let me tell you this, Travis. I like what the game plan was too, but it didn't have nothing to do with that damn offense. Let me tell you who kept the Seattle defense off the field more than the damn offense for damn LA was the damn defense of LA. Damn Aaron Donald and the boys damn mollywopped the damn offensive line and was in the damn backfield, had Russell running around looking stupid. I mean, the defense really showed up and probably played their best game all year, and they needed to. I know Aaron Donald pulled up lame and got hurt a little bit, and I think he's day-to-day. I love when they say day-to-day. Shit, I'm day-to-day. But anyway, he day-to-day, as they say. So, what are you, Jason? Aren't you day-to-day?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Coach. But do we know that, Travis, I'll agree, after we just trashed Schottenheimer for not doing the simple things, the Rams came out and did the simple things. But I also think that game plan was crafted because they had Wolford or Wolford as their quarterback. So you damn well, you better run the ball. Even when Goff got in, they still had the same game plan. So, but no, I'm with you on that one. Let's go ahead. Buccaneers 31, Washington Football Team 23. Chase Young had 0 sacks.
Tom Brady had a Tom Brady playoff game.
Listen, Brady did what he's supposed to do. I mean, that's my whole thing is that I don't want to elevate him too much, but I don't want to downplay it either. I just feel like, he did what he's supposed to do. I sent Jason a thing that a buddy of mine sent me about the History Channel. It had a picture of Tom Brady and Drew Brees, and that thing had me crying because here they go again, against each other again. I think it's great though.
Let's take a moment here. Travis, are you ready to walk back your AB comments? So for people that don't know, in my basement, we're watching the Buccaneers game, and AB catches the out route, and Travis goes, "Man, Antonio Brown's so wild. She's terrible." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And like 5 plays later, Antonio Brown catches a deep pass over the Falcons and scores. Travis, are you ready to walk back your Antonio Brown comments yet?
You asked me this on Saturday, and what did I tell you? No, I'm
Well, he's asking you now, because that means he's giving you more time to think about it. It's damn Tuesday. He asked you that Saturday. Maybe you had some time to get your damn senses together and admit that Antonio Brown ain't washed up yet.
I'm stubborn.
Okay. All right.
He appears to be a little bit better than what I originally thought.
Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. All right. We done there.
Okay.
Coach, did the Washington Football Team slip on a banana peel and may possibly found the quarterback for themselves?
I doubt it. I don't think so. I mean, the kid did good. He's a Collins Hill kid. He's a local kid, and I think he played his best game by far, and he did well because I've watched him play. He used to play for the Carolina Panthers, I think, for a while. I watched him play over there. He's bounced around to a couple of teams and had limited success, but he definitely did his thing the other day. But no, I don't know that. Everybody was talking about, he definitely did this and he's going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. No, he's not. No, he's not. Don't go bet any money on that. But he did show that he can be a quality backup, and he'll be a backup somewhere. And then that joke gonna be a gazillionaire probably by being a backup quarterback for so long. And they say being a damn backup quarterback is the best job in the NFL. Because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get 2 plays every practice. That's about how many times how many reps they're gonna give you, and then you're gonna make all that money, and you just get to sit over there and eat cheese sticks during the game and all that other stuff. So it is what it is.
Okay, let's go on to the Ravens 20, Titans 13. Derrick Henry looked tired again.
You got to give the ball to Derrick Henry more than 18 times.
I told y'all Tannehill was terrible. I've been saying that all. I don't know. I don't know because they got Tannehill. They got Henry and Tannehill. Tannehill is serviceable. Tannehill is terrible. Oh, my God, he was awful the other day.
Hold on. Travis, you got to give it to him more than 18 times. How many times is Derrick Henry supposed to get the ball?
He should be getting the ball at least 20 times. Not as well as I do, Jason, how many times I've sat in your basement and we watch Derrick Henry, and he's the type of running back where you have to feed him the ball and get the defense worn down by hitting him enough. And in the fourth quarter, he'll take the long one. And that's it.
Can I ask a question? I want to ask a question, Travis.
Yes.
You gave it to him 18. You said he needed to get it 20.
At least 20.
At what point do you realize that the run ain't working today? At what point do you give up and say, damn, they got like 13 people in the box right now, so we can't run the football? Do you just keep giving it to him until he gets his 60 carries that you want him to have?
Okay, well, hold on. We do know that Tennessee's bread and butter is running the ball, right? Like that's the best thing they do on offense, right? Yes,
right.
Yes or no? Yes, okay. They made it to the AFC Championship game last year by running the ball, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say to you is, Travis, guess what? Everybody else knows that
let him finish. Coach, let him finish.
They have the best running back in the league that got over 2,000 yards rushing this year. You have to keep giving him the ball, especially especially when it's such a close game. It's not like they were losing by double digits. It was a 3 or 4 point game. You got to keep running the guy that got you there for multiple years and is the best running back in the league. You have to do that.
All right, Coach. Go ahead, Coach.
My question to Travis is, at what point do you say, this shit ain't working? At the end of the day, when you got 9 people in the box and they're daring you to throw the ball, they got you one-on-one on the outside. Do you know that in the NFL, anytime you get a one-on-one, you're supposed to throw it? Anytime you get a one-on-one matchup, and you know it's a one-on-one matchup, they have 11 men on the damn line of scrimmage, and you still want them to hand the ball off?
Yeah, but
Coach, dude, that's crazy. You're outnumbered. They've got people running free, and you're still wanting them to give the ball. Why? Why wouldn't you throw the ball? And that's like I said, you gotta have a quarterback who can throw the ball. And guess what they have to do now? We can't put 11 men on the line of scrimmage. We got to back some of these guys out to play the pass.
I understand that, but you did throw the ball. You threw the ball 26 times for 18 completions and 165 total yards passing. So obviously the throwing wasn't going to get it done either. You're not going to Ryan Tannehill.
Let me put some stats behind you, Travis, because I think once you get a number, you're going to probably I know you're not going to back up because you said you're stubborn, but he had 18 carries for 40 yards. That means he was averaging 2.2 yards a carry. He actually caught 3 passes for 11 yards. So he technically had 21 touches in the game. And out of those 21 touches, he equaled 51 yards. Does that change any of your opinion? You said he got to get it at least 20 times. He got it 21 times for 51 yards total. Does that change any of your opinion?
Nope. You're a running team.
What was his average? What was his average yards per carry?
2.2 yards a carry.
2.2.
2.2, Travis. What is the successful play in the NFL? How many yards?
3.
Nope. 3.5.
3.5. And you got 3.5 plus 3.5 is 7. Plus 3.5 on third down is 10.5. That's the first down. So if you're getting 2.2 yards, you're like, oh, hell no, this ain't working.
I can make an argument 3 words too, because 3 times 4 is 12, but that's okay. If you get 3 yards of play,
if you get 3 yards to play, it's 4th and 1 now, Travis.
and then
That's how that works.
3 yards and you
See, let me explain it to you.
Again.
First down is 3, second down is 6, third down gets you to 9. It doesn't get you to 10. That's why I need 3.5.
Fourth down every time. That's what he's saying. Travis, don't coach anybody's team, please. This ain't John Madden. I'm just going to end on this. I said Derrick Henry looks tired because there's a lot of opportunities where he had one guy tackle him in open space because he had about 3-4 runs where he got to just him and one guy, and he could not get through him. And that's what I said. And I said this on the show weeks ago. It felt like when Derrick Henry got a huge game, it's like 2-3 huge games. He'll have a fourth game where he just looks like he just can't beat anybody running the ball. And 2.2 yards of carry. I know what you're saying, Travis. I know you want to give it to him 26 times so we can average 2.2 yards of carry for that. They still lose that game if he gets it 26 times and he's averaging 2.2 yards a carry. It don't matter. He looked beat, man. He looked washed. Tyler said the Titans O-line got whipped. I 100% agree, but the one time they did give him enough blocking to get out there, he didn't break the tackle. So regardless of it, coach is right. Travis is right. Maybe they should have gave it to him more because then Tannehill throws less. Coach is right because Tannehill doesn't seem to be the guy that can lead that team to a victory when Henry's not clicking. So let's move on. Saints 21, Bears 9. This is what we thought it was going to be, is my sentence.
I'm not surprised at all.
Dude, if they don't get rid of the damn Trubisky, dude, I'm about to take over the damn commissioner, and that's going to be a mandate to get Trubisky out of the league. That's a disgrace. And I don't know why anybody was expecting him to do so well. Why was anybody? Raise your hand if you thought Mr. Trubisky was going to do good this game. Why was everybody raising him up like he was going to all of a sudden, go from shit to sugar? Where did that come from?
Who knows? Who knows? Coach, say one good thing about the Chicago Bears.
They got some nice uniform.
Yeah, okay. Joe Fleischer says so. If he broke for 40 yards on his 19th carry, the narrative would have changed, huh? Yeah, Joe, he could have carried the ball 27 times and broke on the 28th. Don't give a damn if he still was 2.2 yards before that. And the coach that would have kept feeding a running back that's getting 2.2 yards a carry, I'm gonna call a damn fool.
Joe, let me speak in a language that I know you understand. If was a fifth, we'll all be drunk.
Cheers to that. Moving on to the next one.
Hey,
all right, quick, Joe. Now this is where I need you to pipe up, Joe.
Real quick.
All right.
Did you guys watch that Nickelodeon thing? The game, any part of the game on Nickelodeon and the slime and anything? Did anybody?
No,
yeah, I saw that the coach got slimed at the end of the game or something stupid.
Okay, I didn't watch it. I didn't know if you guys had watched it because that's what everyone was talking about during the game. So
everyone was talking about the coach getting slimed after the game.
No, the Nickelodeon slime thing, all the little special effects. I didn't know if you guys watched it or not. So,
no, my wife mentioned something about it, but all right, here you go, Joe. Browns 48, Steelers 37. I'm not going to blame Mike Tomlin, but I'm looking at him sideways. That's my sentence.
Big Ben looked real old.
The Steelers as a whole look real old. Dude, first of all, Marquise Pouncey snapping that ball over his head the first play of the game. That's terrible. And Marquise Pouncey is going to the Pro Bowl. He is a Pro Bowler. And then Marquise Pouncey allowed the damn nose tackle to knock him 5 yards into the backfield into a running back on a 4th and 2 play that caused another big issue. The offensive line and the defensive line. Cameron Hayward, I love him to death. That defensive line looked terrible out there the other night. They were being physically beaten on both sides of the football up front. And you're not going to win any games when that happens. No games.
Absolutely. You got anything on this game as well, Travis?
I'm just gonna say I was surprised at how good Cleveland looked and how bad Pittsburgh looked. I was on the record last week. I will say I picked Pittsburgh. I thought just with the fact that a lot of the starters were out last week in week 17 that they would, have time to rest and just, they'd be old Pittsburgh from what we had seen earlier this year. And I thought they were going to win, but I was definitely wrong on that one. But congratulations to the Browns that they won a playoff game.
Let me say this, though.
Do.
I went to bed. I thought, I almost called y'all and said, I guarantee you Pittsburgh going to come back and win this game. And then when I heard that they only lost by 11, I was like, damn, they almost did walk them back down.
I will admit, I texted a couple of people, and I said the same thing. I said, man, I'm not going to say this game's over because the Browns going to win a Brown. So,
Yep.
And so, yes, that's Joe. Yes, without a coach, by the way, yes, the coach was not on the sideline for this game. So shout out to it. And let's go ahead into next week's. Well, before we jump on that one, I want to ask Coach this because me and Travis have talked about it off camera. Coach, if you had to rank the quarterbacks in that division, so that's Lamar Jackson, Ben Roethlisberger, Baker Mayfield, and Joe Burrow, how are you ranking them 1 through 4?
Right now.
Oh, my God.
Right, yeah, right now. Not no historically, but right now.
Oh, my God. Right now, well, Joe Burrow's hurt, so he'd be last because he ain't even playing. Roethlisberger would normally be last, so he'd definitely be third. And then let me see. So who I got left? Lamar and who?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh my God. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna have to take Baker at number 1 and Lamar at number 2. Because Baker can at least throw the ball 40 yards. And I know Lamar will struggle with that. If he does throw it 40 yards, it'll be a duck. It won't be no spiral. We know it'll look like a punt, a wobbly punt.
Coach, just quick caveat. If, let's just say, we'll go with Joe Burrow's completely healthy, right? You said he's last because he's injured, right? But let's just say he's healthy. What would he be 3? Would everything change? You just would have swapped him and Big Ben?
He might make it up to number 3, but he was, if not, still be number 4 because he's just young. He's still young. Okay. I mean, the bottom line is that he hasn't really shown anything. Not only that, I understand this. He's a young quarterback on a terrible team. I mean, so he's gonna take those bumps and bruises, and he's gonna take the bad QBR and all that kind of stuff because number 1, he's young, he doesn't know that much, and number 2, he's just on a bad team. So, like I said, I mean, it's not that he's necessarily a bad player. He's just in a bad predicament right now. They're saying the same thing about what's his name up there in New York.
Donald.
Okay. Joe said it's first time you said something nice about Cleveland. That is very true, Joe. That is first time you said something nice about Cleveland. All right. I know people wanted an update on how Jerry's doing. I believe he's in a different unit now, so he's doing a little better. So basically, again, if people could donate, still like we talked about every week, you got any extra spare money, please donate. Tom, I'm gonna put your money onto his stuff. Actually, tonight I should be able to do that for you. Get that on there. It is on the Straight From the Hips website on Facebook. I have it pinned to the top, a link where you can donate to help Jerry's GoFundMe for him and his wife for just, cost and bills and etc. So, and then, or if you just want to even put any kind words for Miss Brittany Vadner, by all means, you can leave it there too. She does check it too and read the comments as well. So, guys, he's doing better. So, I think the last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that he is saying some words, some of them incomprehensible, but he is saying some words and does have some feeling and movement in his fingers and hands. So, by all means, Tom said he has another 50 to put on it. So if anybody wants to match and compete with Tom there, Tom has been putting up and helping out tremendously. And I'll even go as far as saying I'll put another 50 up for anybody that matches Tom as well. Let's jump on to next week's slate of games.
Let me say this real quick, Jay, before you get off there. I have been told by sources that the thing that Jerry says better than anything is that Coach Boo is a genius. But go ahead, Jay.
I've heard that too as well. Rams at Packers. Coach, I'm giving you the Rams. Travis, I'm giving you the Packers. Coach, what do the Rams need to do to win this game?
They need to make sure that Aaron Donald is healthy. Because a healthy Aaron Donald is bad news for anybody else. I'm going to tell you that right now. And if that defense performs like they did the other day and has all the 3 and outs like they did the other day, it don't matter who the Rams have playing that quarterback, or if Cam Akers gets 1 yard versus 123 or whatever the hell he got the other day, they're going to be tough to beat.
If I'm the Packers, my single entire goal is block Aaron Donald and that defensive line. Keep Aaron Rodgers upright. Give him time to throw the ball. If he's got the time, he'll be able to pick that secondary apart. But if he's running for his life because Donald is being unblockable, it's gonna be a long day for the Packers.
All right, who you guys taking in that game, Coach?
I'm gonna take the Packers now. You know I gotta take the bad man. You know that.
All right, Travis.
Same, Packers.
All right, Ravens at Buffalo Bills. Coach, you have the Ravens. Travis, you have the Bills. Travis, what do the Bills need to do to win this game?
I think if you are the Buffalo Bills, you need to run the ball, keep Lamar Jackson on the sidelines as much as possible, control the clock. That is going to be tough because Zach Moss, it looks like, is out for the postseason. So your number 2 running back is injured, but hopefully Singletary and Josh Allen can have good running games. But I think if they can run the ball and keep Lamar Jackson on the side, I like their chances.
Coach, for the Ravens?
As usual, my defense got to show up. I mean, the defense has got to show up. They got to give Josh Allen some more confusing looks. They got to, kind of scheme him up a little bit better. They got to send some blitzes, put some pressure on him, have a spy, because obviously he runs the ball pretty good when you do those kinds of things. But they've got to put them in those kind of situations to be able to even let Lamar get out on the field and do what he does. And then play Lamar ball. Play baby ball, throw the short passes when you have to. He do all that read option stuff that he does, quarterback designed runs, all those things that he does that makes Lamar. Guys, I'm not giving the kid a hard time. I mean, he's winning by playing football that way. I'm saying it's tough to win a championship that way, but he's winning football games. He's putting it together, making some of the most incredible runs that we've seen since Michael Vick played. I mean, the guy is magical, and he's fun to watch. I like watching him play. I hate seeing him throw. Every time he throws the ball, I close my eyes because it's painful to watch him throw the ball. But as far as running the ball, the man is a magician.
All right. Tyler said that I guess odds in Vegas probably have the Ravens winning. All right, Coach. Coach, who you choosing for that game? Bills or Ravens?
I tell you what. I mean, this might shock some folks. I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
All right, Travis.
I'm going. I think this is the hardest game to pick, but I'm going Baltimore.
Cool. I'm gonna still stick with the Bills only because if the Bills win this game, Nick Wright has to get sprayed with ketchup and mustard all over his face like the Buffalo Bills fans in the dog pound or whatever the hot dog pound does. So,
I think I'm gonna vote for the Bills too. Then.
All right, Browns at Chiefs. Coach, I'm gonna give you the Browns, and Travis, I'm gonna give you the Chiefs. Travis, what do the Chiefs got to do to win this game?
Stop the run. Don't let Nick Chubb control that clock to keep Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines. I think that's the biggest thing that they need to do, and then just let Patrick Mahomes be Patrick Mahomes.
Coach.
That's what everybody in Cleveland. That's what everybody in Cleveland doing right now. Because they know where the hell they've been with this game.
So what you're saying, they need to pray that Mahomes gets
right
COVID,
now.
that Kelsey gets COVID, that
Tyreek Hill breaks a leg.
Dude, they better hope like hell that what's his name, Myles Garrett gets a hold of Patrick Mahomes and busts him up and does something. I mean, if that doesn't happen, it ain't gonna happen, baby. It ain't gonna happen.
Then they got KC by 10 on Vegas odds, which I don't think is bad. Well, obviously, we already know everybody's picking the Chiefs to win that game, correct?
I would take Kansas City and the points.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. All right. Bucks at Saints. Coach, I'm gonna give you the Buccaneers. Travis, I'm gonna give you the Saints. Coach, what do the Bucks have to do to win this game?
Dude, I think that lost in all this is, Leonard Fournette had like one of his best games. I mean, as far as running the football. And I think that they need to do more of that. I think because the running leads to the play action, which is a very big thing for Brady. It's a very big thing for Gronkowski. I mean, for people who don't know, when your tight end comes off the ball hard, you don't know if it's because he's trying to get to a linebacker to block him or if he's going out for a pass. So when the quarterback sticks the ball in that guy's gut and looks like he's handing the ball off to him, you really don't know what's going on. And so if Fournette's hurting you and getting more than 3.5 yards per carry, just in case you guys don't know, defensive coordinators don't care. Like by Travis Henry, they're like, we hope they keep giving him the ball because he's only getting damn 2.2 yards. When he starts getting over 3.5, that's an issue. That's when you hear the coach over there yelling, that's too much, because it's too much. They're not yelling at when he's getting 2.2. They're like, yeah, keep giving it to him. Keep giving it to him. They're begging him to get it. So the bottom line is that if they can run the football a little bit and have Leonard Fournette averaging 3.5 to 4 yards a carry, that's everything they need for Brady. Because now that activates the entire offense where you have Antonio Brown matched up one-on-one with somebody because they got to have an extra player in the box now to try to stop the run. Or you have Gronkowski matched up one-on-one with somebody, or the whole fleet of receivers that they have. Evans and all of them. They got 12 of them, it seems like. But at the end of the day, that's what they need to do in order to win that damn game is run the ball.
All right, Travis, Saints.
I think you need to get pressure on Tom Brady with your front four. Make him uncomfortable. Don't let him just stand back there and find Godwin or Antonio Brown. I don't know if Mike Evans is going to be back or not. I haven't been able to find that. But don't let.
I need you to say somebody else's name other than Antonio Brown since you dissed him earlier. So say another damn receiver's name.
I was just about to say Gronkowski as well. I was just about to say Gronk, but I think it's the Saints defensively. They need to get pressure on Brady. We've seen it when he gets flustered. He will throw some errant balls, and I think that defense needs to get some turnovers. They can't just not allow Brady to stand back there. They need to get some turnovers.
All right, Coach, who you taking in this game?
I got to take Tampa Bay. That's my closet team that I've had since what's his name used to be the head coach, Tony Dungy. So that's my closet team. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay.
All right, Travis, who you got?
Well, I'm a Drew Brees fan. I ride and die with Drew Brees, so I'll go with the Saints.
All right. Oh man, Tyler didn't put up the spread on there for us. Okay, well, we made it to the deadline. I just want to let everybody know next week, because it really won't be college. We will start shifting into off season for recruiting and college recruitment and working out and stuff like that. So we're going to lean on Coach very heavily in the next few coming weeks and months, because we're going to switch out the high school section and college section for more in-depth conversations about working out, protein, all the good stuff, recruiting, highlight tapes, all the stuff. So we're going to get that rolling for starting up next week. Other than that, okay, he said the spread is so I guess Tyler, they picking New Orleans to win by 3 or 3 or more?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, no days off for Coach. Yeah, absolutely no days off for him. All right, Coach, let's send us home.
Guys, I don't know if you've been noticing, but I try to post a poem every day out on this site on our Facebook site, Straight from the Hip. And I'm getting a lot of feedback. That's what Annette Hood is talking about here. She's been working out like a maniac. She's lost like 30-something pounds. So everybody give her a round of applause for that. She's a beast. She gets up in the morning at 6 o'clock and goes to the gym to do her kickboxing. And then she's also doing some walking at night. So I encourage everybody to do that. And my poem has always something to do with that, just about, kind of trying to inspire you a little bit about whether it's your workout program, whether it's your job. anything like that. Just kind of give a little daily inspiration. And been doing that for a while now. Jason's been on my butt about posting more stuff on the site, so we're trying to do that. We have a lot of good content out there. Jason's got a lot of head cannon surfing stuff going. So, like I said, check that stuff out and look at it, because I know all during the day I'm constantly looking at the stuff that we're putting out there, and it's some good stuff. So we appreciate you guys, Ms. Peavy, Joe Fleischer, Tom. Tom, I came by there to see you the other day, but you'd already left. Because I went to see the movie, but y'all didn't have my movie, so I had to go somewhere else. Went to see that Fatale or whatever movie.
Oh, how was that?
It wasn't bad. Wasn't bad, dude.
I gotta go check
I'm
it
gonna
out.
write it up.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I'm gonna write it up. It's pretty damn good. So anyway, we appreciate y'all as always. We'll see y'all next week. Good night, Miss Francis.
Straight from the hip.
See you guys next week. Thank you all for watching.
Straight from the hip, man. Them boys good, man. Them boys is good.